Hey, what's up, indie music makers and indie music lovers? My name is Chris Clay, and I am back again on Monday to give you another tip to help move your brand forward. Today, we're talking about servicing your music, and I got something to get off my mind later, okay? But first, we're going to give you the tip to really help move your brand forward. You've been in the studio, you've recorded your masterpiece, you've had it mix mastered, sounds brilliant. Now you have the question mark over your head. What do I do with my music now? Do I run to my local radio station? Well, you can do that. It's probably a waste of time because your local radio station won't play your record because you have no traction, and they're in the business of getting ratings, and people will quickly punch out if they've never heard of you before and if your record's just not a banger. But anyway, I'm going to help you with that problem today. There's a ton of internet and tertiary stations, meaning these stations are in smaller markets, which give you a lot more leadway with your music. So now you're scouring the web, trying to find all these radio stations and their email addresses so you can get your masterpiece in their hands. Here's another point. Did you know that most of the emails that you find for radio stations, and I'm going to put a number on it, about 75% of the emails that you find from radio stations are junk emails, meaning that you can send your record to that email address. It normally goes to a junk file. The program director, music director never sees it because they just don't want to be bombarded with a ton of music. So, to help you with that problem, here's a point. You need to use a music service. There's a ton of different music services out here that digitally get your music to radio stations, and they're cost effective. As much as $300, as little as $75. I like the $75 more than the $300, and we use them quite often. So I'm going to talk about that one, but there are others out there. So let me not just talk about one. There's a bunch of them out there, but one that we like to use, it's called Platinum Music Delivery. Platinum Music Delivery, $75. They get your music to all the internet stations, all the terrestrial stations. It doesn't matter if it's pop, rock, country, or hip-hop. They deliver your music to whatever format you're looking for. They give you a report at the end of the delivery to let you know all of the stations that they've sent your music to and all the people that have opened your music in the email so that you can now follow up and get your airplay. Normally, when you send the record out, if it's a really good record, those program directors are like, wow, it's a great piece of music, and they just start playing your record absolutely for free. So, Platinum Music Delivery. I'm going to put a flyer up right here. Come on, guys. Put the flyer up. Put the flyer up, damn it. Here it is. Platinum Music Delivery. They deliver your music to radio stations for $75. They do 2 blasts for you. They deliver your music directly to the music directors, to the program directors, to DJs, to podcasters, to internet stations. $75. If you can't invest $75 into your own career, you're not serious about making great music anyway, so we shouldn't even be looking at this. And secondly, here's a bone I got to pick. I was at an event, and I'm not going to say the artist's name because I don't want to put anybody on blast. I don't want anybody looking for me because I'm very easy to find. But I was at an event this past weekend, and there was a group performing. And after the performance, I walked up and I said, man, you guys are really good. You guys got some really great music, and, it's all good. They said, would you like to buy one of our CDs? I said, I don't buy records. They looked at me like I had 3 heads. And I said, why would I buy records when I have a vehicle that could play your record and sell you way more than this $10 you're trying to get out of me? So here's the point that I'm making, people. You're servicing your music. You're outperforming. You should be prepared to give your music away to anybody that can expose your music. I'm talking about DJs, radio DJs, club DJs, somebody that has influential sphere of influence over other people with music, bloggers. Give the damn CD away. It's free. You need the exposure. The rule of thumb is that for every 100 CDs that you press, 10 of them should be for giveaway. So you have 90 of them to sell. So that's the rule of thumb. Give the records away to the people that can make a difference in your career. Stop being tightwads, man. This is music. You need the exposure, people. Give your music away. Give it to the people that make a difference. You're giving your single away to a radio station, not paying for that. So if you see somebody that can help you move your brand forward, give your record away. Don't try and sell it to them. They're not going to buy it, and here's what's going to happen. They're going to blackball you. That when they finally see your record show up on their desk, they're going to remember that you tried to charge them $10 for your album, and they're probably not going to play it. I'm sorry. That's just the way it is. I didn't make the rule. That's just the way it is, man. You know, people at radio are real sensitive, man. They have very sensitive feelings, so you have to be cautious of that. You're sensitive because you're an artist, and you're sensitive about your music. Well, people at radio are like stars, and they're sensitive. They're sensitive about what they do and who they are. So this is a kiss-ass business. You want people to kiss your ass? You got to kiss some ass too. It's a two-way street. I'm sorry to be so direct, but I got to get to you, man. I got to make a difference. I got to shock you into making this money. Anyway, that is it. That's my tips for the week as it pertains to indie artists and servicing your music. Now it's time for our Spotlight Artist of the Week. I'm so excited about these two. Their name is Bridget Bryant and Wheaton. They have a song out called How You Do What You Do. It is a banger, man. And they're really nice people. I had the opportunity to sit down and interview them, and they're just good people, man. And both of them can really sing. Even though they're doing this duet record together, they can definitely be solo artists by themselves. They're writers. They're in LA. They've done a lot. That's where they're from. They're from LA. You know, Will has written records for Will Downing and a gang of other people. And Bridget has been on tour with Phil Collins and a gang of other people. They're really good. Their new record is called How You Do. Check it out, people. It's available everywhere. They just shot a brand new video for the record, and the video is not only great, but it's a little comical too. Check it out. Wheaton, Bridget Bryant, they're our Indie Spotlight Artists of the Week. I love you guys. Thank you for making great music, and thanks for making my job easy. I love advocating for you. I get out here and tell people about your record all the time. Wheaton, Bridget Bryant, How You Do. That's the name of the record. That's our Indie Spotlight of the Week. I'll catch you next Monday with another indie tip. Until then, please keep the music playing real loud.
Oh, as it grows and grows, your heart, your soul, inside of my love, baby, I feel you sliding deeper into the ocean. Tell me how do you do the